Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am really glad you're here. Today's date is Monday, July 24th, 2023. In this video, I'd like to ask a question. Disney, what the hell? Now, I read on Disney several months back. It was one of my Go Woke, Go Broke videos. So we're not going to explore the fact that Disney is losing money with their woke agenda. I just want to know why the heck they continue it. Let me show you something about, now remember last week when we looked at that series that's coming out, about the the lady that inherits the sacrificial cult, that was associated with Disney. Let's look at something else. I'm going to go to a compilation I've got. As always, that compilation is available to you if you click on the Facebook link in the video description box. If you don't choose to navigate over to Facebook, which is a link that YouTube doesn't mind, that's the only reason I use it, then just kind of notice where I'm mentioning for articles and sites, and you can get to it that way, okay? All right, or pause the screen and look at it a little more closely. Let's go. Let's see what I've got, okay? Okay, now this is a meme about the upcoming reimagining of the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. Disney presents Snow White and the Seven Diversity Hires. Okay, well, the Daily Mail was the first to break the news of some of these photos. And at first, Disney disavowed them, and then they wanted at least to be clarified that there were some stand-ins, like this isn't the actual star of the show as it comes out, okay? But they couldn't totally disavow it. They had to finally admit when the photos were leaked, they had to finally admit that that adaptation of theirs, that is kind of an accurate depiction of whichever they're going to have be taking the place of what used to be the seven little dwarves. Okay. All right. Now there was a discussion board I was looking at. Here is a comment, not mine, but I really thought it was appropriate. At what point in changing the elements of a movie does that movie cease to be its namesake? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, with an actress who is not white and dwarves that do not have dwarfism, and a plot that doesn't remotely match the original, goes so far afield of the story it's based on that at some point it just becomes parody. And just a little note here, Disney has lost over $900 million on their last 8 releases, okay? And a final little note, I'm sure it's just a coincidence that the original Snow White cartoon premiered in 1937, which was the same year that that product that's made from our little ones was officially discovered. That's nothing here. Well, why are they continuing to put out these box office bombs? Okay, now, if you're awake, or consider yourself somewhat awake to the fact that the mainstream narrative is not actually what's happening and that we've been lied to about a lot of things, it seems to me what's going on here is that possibly Disney is being compelled to put out box office bombs, okay, because of maybe some assets being seized during executive order executions. And I mean by that, moving forward, I don't mean executions. Okay. Or could it just be, the evil's not very creative. They mimic, okay, they copy, they twist and pervert, but they don't create. And I think it's just that the company may be so overtly evil now that they've lost their ability to create. So that's why they're doing these reimaginings and remakes. And then again, we've also seen with the cultural efforts to change how we view the world, what we accept as acceptable. They didn't come up with anything new. They just started going through the same old thing, crisis scenario, false flappy thing, and just went faster and faster trying to make it work better. So they may lack some originality. They may be being compelled to. I don't know. I want to ask the cards what's going on, because if I was associated with a company that was set up to make profit, I mean, heads would be rolling by the time the second flop came out. Now to have 9 flops in a row, there's got to be something going on here. So let's ask the universe for insights and information about what the heck is going on with Disney and their insistence of putting out these woke flops. Okay, they are not listening to their customer base. They are not being responsive to their customers. What the heck is in the background? What is really going on with them? Let's see what the universe wants us to know. All right, 1 second. I'll switch the camera. You can watch me finish shuffling and we'll find out together. Okay, we're looking for insights and information about why Disney is persisting in this blockbuster bust that they keep engaging in. What's going on? Are they this committed to trying to make people accept wokeism? Are they being compelled to put out flops? What is behind these flops? Let's find out. Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, Strength, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, 10 of Wands, Judgment. Okay, well, maybe by my chuckles, and those chuckles are about what the card showed up. I might not even need to say anything if you're a frequent viewer. Let's look at overall. Here's what the cards are telling me. It's not of their own volition that they are putting out these flops. They are being directed to. And it's part of that consequences of being caught in doing crimes against humanity. Okay, now let's look at the elements of the card that tell me why that kind of made me confident enough to make those statements. The situation is indicated by the Knight of Pentacles. That is a military action card, and it is a card that usually shows a really good, stable, well thought out plan. He doesn't rush in to situations, just blasting away. So the situation is indicated by military involvement. Okay, swords tend to be our justice suit anyway. We have the 8 of Swords here. Okay, and telling us that we could see this if we just look a little closer. So the answer is kind of self-evident. Okay, but the universe has been very nice and has gone ahead and given us some more clues about it. In the recent past, we have the Strength card. Now, Disney is not operating from a place of strength. What this is telling us is that the military, the consequence-based rationale behind what Disney is doing, came from a very strong place. They had no other option. They had to do what they were told. Another, again, our justice suit here with the Queen of Swords. She's all about justice and fairness, okay, and truth, okay? And what they're doing is trying to make the programming effort so darn obvious that, we have sleepers that are never going to wake up. But there are people that are having the cognitive dissonance gets to such a point that you go, wait a minute, stop. I had that moment, with mainstream news, and I think they're trying to have as much of that happen as possible. And just kind of a little humiliation. Yeah, you got to put out another flop, and it's going to be so woke. Queen of Wands, she's a truth teller, okay? She's a very, very pragmatic and a truth teller. So again, what we're doing is they had no choice. It was a consequence, okay? And it's kind of going to continue until Disney, we get to an end of things for that corporation itself. Okay, and again, here's why: judgment. Let's get 2 more cards, see if there's a little more insights and information, and we'll consider this a wrap. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands and Page of Wands. Okay, one of my unofficial white hat cards, Page of Wands. He's a card of kind of discovery and truth and diplomacy. So again, they haven't had a lot of choice. They've been compelled to put out these flops, to compel them to make the programming effort so obvious that even sleepers are noticing it. Okay, and we've got lots of wands showing us that events are kind of picking up pace. You know, we hear that even time is going by faster, but events are going to be going faster. So I don't have any insights as for when this will happen, but I can tell you that they're going to continue on this vein, seeming to be oblivious to the fact that they're losing money with these box office flops, okay, until the very end. And it's because they had to. Let's recap. We were asking what the heck is going on with Disney putting out flop after flop after flop. Why? Are they just that out of touch with their customer base, or is there more to the story? Well, there's more to the story. First, so we asked the universe to give us some insights and information, and we got the situation is indicated by the Knight of Pentacles, which is a military card. The clarification is that it's so obvious, it's going to be obvious. We could have gotten to this answer on our own, but we were really down to, you know, there are oblivious companies. You know, are they just oblivious, or are they being compelled to, was kind of what my question and thought boiled down to. And I was open to the fact that there might be other information. Recent past was a strength card. Okay, and that means that the military involvement that was indicated by the situation was coming from a very strong and well-established place. Queen of Swords is the current, again, a justice type of suit with swords and fairness and rolling out consequences fairly. The Queen of Wands showed up for the near future. Truth teller. So the truth is going to come out about why they were happy to do this, okay? The insights and information are hold on to your hat, because they're going to continue to put out flops, and those flops, they're being compelled to do it. It's not that they are that oblivious to the fact that they are not having success at the box office, okay? They're being moved in that direction, and the reason why: judgment. Remember, assets can be seized, and those involved with crimes against humanity and treason can be subject to military courts, and that justice is fairly swift and does not have to be public, and there's not a lot of appeal process or anything else to it. And assets are forfeited as a result of those sort of things. So while Disney still seems to be in business and chugging along, they've been dealt with, and that's why we're seeing flop after flop. Okay, so it wasn't just that they were trying to push that woke culture on us. That's not it. Not all of it. Now it's the point where they have to, and they've been made to do it till it's almost a parody or a caricature of what they originally were. So now we know what the heck's going on. That's it for this video. Thank you for your time, for your attention, for viewing. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, I send you love and light and everything bright. Bye.